you a Yoshi?
I'm not a goddamn Yoshi!
Where did you get that muffin? Muffin button? Quack!
What a majestic creature.
I'm hunting you.
There is a lot of not killing Goku going on right now.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Talkcast Podshow. I'm Lanipator, and joined by a very special guest on this social distancing special. Taka, doing some sipping ASMR, I guess. This is
What's
wonderful,
up?
wonderful.
How's it going, guys?
Oh, it's going great, going great. How about you? I'm at my house. This is the first episode I've been able to do without pants.
Yeah. All right, me and Nick talked about this before. Let's get the cat out of the bag, everybody.
Yeah, throw that cat straight out of the bag. Elephant in the room, address him, and then ship him out.
Let's address the cat-elephant hybrid. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is 2020, and we are enduring a plague.
And due to such, we are at home. We don't have our normal setups.
Say it, due to plague. Just say it. It takes away its power. Due to plague, because when you say it, it's funny. Here's the thing, in truth, and this is where any kind of gallows humor we use to cope with the current crises, please understand that we know for a fact that this is a terrible thing and it's going to affect a lot of people, including even people we might even know.
Yep.
So just understand that if we make any kind
jokes?
of lightheartedness jabs at it at all, it's a situation, not the people who are going to be suffering from it.
Yeah, it is a issue that we are all dealing with together. I hope you're all staying safe. Make sure you're washing your hands, and don't go outside if you don't have to, because that's the way to stop the spread of it to unreasonable degrees. Don't be like those people that are. God, my mom is down in Florida right now, and
God!
yeah. And you know the house down there, right? You've been there.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So that beach is packed.
Of course it is.
I don't understand. There are old people down there. It is explicitly an old people community.
Is your mom going out on the beach?
No, she's not. She's been staying inside. However, my grandma is in the hospital, so that is something that we're all dealing with. So yeah, when we do make the gallows humor, know that, yeah, I got stakes, so...
Yeah, no, and I'm very sorry. I hope she's okay, dude.
I mean, it's an inevitability of life, unfortunately. Life is the number one cause of death. Gallows humor. Anyway, how have you been spending your social isolation?
Nick of all times to ask me that question. I think I can tell you this. I was worried about this shit back in early January.
Oh, I know. You've been tweeting up a storm about this.
No, I messaged you personally about this. Actually, I messaged you when you were going to LA. I'm like, get a mask. You're like, and now here's the thing. I don't want to tout this out like Nick was like, what are you talking about? Ha. Nick was like, you sure? And I'm like, yes. Well, talk a certain about something. Better do it.
I recall that conversation going a little differently. You were talking about how you had gotten a mask, and you're like, you should probably think about it too. I'm like, you know what? I'm traveling a bit. I'm traveling to LA here in a bit, and still got that con circuit coming up, which who knows how that's going to go in the future here.
What con circuit, Nick?
To be fair, all of the conventions that we're booked for are months ahead, so we have no idea what the situation's going to be then. As far as I'm aware,
good luck getting you through a fucking airport.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, the ones that we're scheduled for have not been canceled, but we also have not been officially announced yet, so no reason to talk about them when we don't have to.
Exactly.
But yeah, I figured, gonna be traveling a lot in the future, may as well get one of them masks.
And you did get a mask, and that was good that you did that. And I'm
Makes
really
me look
happy.
like a
When
ninja.
I saw that you were wearing that mask, I was like, excellent. I'm glad that the crazy friend was able to help out his one friend, because I've accepted. I was telling Carrie from Something Witty Entertainment. Because I bought a box of masks right at the beginning of January, right when this hit. Because I'll tell the story, because the story's actually funny. Here's some lighthearted humor for this situation. So at the beginning of the year, I had a breakup with the person I was seeing. Nothing negative about her. In the end, I came out as non-monogamous and polycurious, and that was a big deal for me. That kind of like shattered a good chunk of my life, you know. And then I got sick. Then I got sick from the stress. So then I got a nasty cold. So for a week, I was sick. But right at the beginning of the cold, I broke my phone by it dropping. So I had no access to a phone. So for a week straight, no phone, no information really aside from I sat down on my fucking computer and looked up shit on Reddit, which I did not want to sit down and do. So I get my new phone after waiting in the mall all day to get it fixed. You know, one of those wonderful things at Apple.
Yeah,
It's the worst.
absolutely.
I hate it. I fucking hated it. I literally felt myself going crazy while sitting there waiting for them to fix my
I
goddamn
have a
phone.
counter story to this when you're done.
I actually feel my blood pumping thinking about that
Oh,
shit.
you're gonna be mad when I tell mine.
Oh, you just got in there. Nothing bad happened. You fuck.
Just wait. Yeah, go ahead. Keep going.
So I get my phone. It's all booted up. I sit down in my car, and I get my first news update. City of 35 million people put under quarantine in China. And I went, Remember that one part in Family Guy where Peter looks at the picture of the girl that Brian had sex with?
Yeah.
That was Quagmire's father right after. Yeah, that was my reaction, like Peter. I was like, no. Lois was they weren't the ones. They just laughed. Like Lois and Peter just laughed at him. But this one was like, I was like, adjusting my glasses, and I just looked down at it and I went, no, that's the plot of Resident Evil. That's not good.
Just about, man. Just about. I mean,
I was SMSing. I'm like, no, that's not good. So I actually just did my due diligence and my research into where I didn't dive into conspiracy theories because that shit's useless. That's just useless information.
especially for you. I mean, you.
Oh no, I avoid conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Now. I just do because they do nothing for me. I know it's fun to have a couple. Everyone believes in one or two conspiracy theories every now and then. For me, I'm really susceptible to them, so I just avoid a lot of them. This one I stuck just to the facts, and the facts of the matter. This looked really scary.
Yeah,
So,
I've only been paying attention to what the CDC and the WHO have been saying, because I mean,
That's really all. That's all I've been relaying to my friends. I'm not relaying any of the extra shit. I'm not. Because you made a point of pointing out that when I retweeted that one video that was very uncomfortable what was happening in China, that was very alarming. And you know what the thing is, I did retweet it. I didn't unretweet it, but I didn't retweet anymore because in the end, I felt that you made a very cognizant point. But I still felt that when I did it, I was trying to make a point as well. But your point.
And
your
I
point
get
my
that.
point met, I'm like, I'm not going to retweet anymore then. I tweeted one. That's all I need to do, I think. That's all I should do.
Because there's a difference between spreading caution and spreading awareness and spreading panic. Because there are some people out there that, like you said, I mean, you're a bit of a, I'd say germaphobe is a bit of a stretch.
I'm manic.
Yeah,
I'm manic. I'm manic,
but
dude.
There are a
I'm
lot
manic.
of people out there that are that and then some, and some of those people follow you, and you don't want to like push them too far. You know what I mean? I mean, you want to spread awareness. You want to say, wash your hands, stay safe. Don't go outside if you don't have to, but to the level of if you go outside you'll die, that is the level that you don't want to spread.
That video was indicative of that this can affect you. The reason why I retweeted that video was this is what the worst case scenario looks like. And this is what we're trying to prevent. When I retweeted that, I wanted everyone to take this fucking seriously. Because a lot of people weren't. And now everyone is. For different reasons. But I linked that video because I wanted you all to know that I'm not fucking crazy. And this is real. And you should be a little bit concerned. You shouldn't freak out that the world is falling because the sky is not falling.
Well, no, it's like John Oliver said, I think like a couple of videos back. It's like, there's a happy medium to be found. If you're drinking bleach, you're probably going too far. If you're going out licking telephone pole or licking licking handrails, you're probably not doing enough.
Yeah, the problem is my neighbors. This is funny too. Like last night, I'm walking my dog. I'm wearing a mask. You know, I'm being a good little Boy Scout about this.
Responsible citizen.
I look over and I see in the the rentable area, like, because you can like rent a couple rooms in my apartment where you can hold parties and shit.
Yeah, like common areas.
Common area. One of the common areas was rented and had 30 fucking people inside it.
Jesus.
In my building, and I went like, I literally looked and went, fuck! I yelled fuck out loud. No one could hear me.
Because
it's
a
went,
mask.
Fuck! Well, the mask doesn't muffle actually that much sound. Truthfully, I can speech to text with it on. No shit. I was like, wow, this picks up diction really well. Okay.
Yeah.
And I just saw that and went, fuck! I don't know what the fuck to do. And yesterday I also saw a family of 4 just wandering around with their kids fucking touching shit and railings and slamming all the buttons in front of our building. I'm like, fuck me. Oh my God, I hate this. I hate this. And Nick, here's the real kicker. And this is where the hot comedy comes from. By the way, everyone, this energy right now I'm channeling will be part of my stand-up comedy act. Don't you worry.
Someday.
Someday.
When public shows are allowed to be held again.
You joke, but I'll do a set in the middle of the woods.
There you go. I mean, Patton Oswalt did front lawn stand-up, like in his front yard, so...
That's not bad. See, that I respect. He seems like the kind of guy who would do that. I do it in the woods, and I find a little ledge, because there's a ledge near my parents' cabin. Maybe a couple 500, 600 meters away from the cabin. You get on a ledge, and he looks over just a small, maybe like a meter rise. It looks over just a small little area. And I'm like, okay, I want to do my set right the fuck there. And if any animal walks in, it's a perfect set. Because then I technically have an audience.
Gotta be careful. I mean, the worst heckler you could possibly get would be a bear.
Truthfully, Nick, last time I was at my parents' cabin, I had to run back from the road I was taking Gregor down taking Gregor on a walk on, and I had to have the bear mace out of my pocket because bears were following us.
Oh, was Gregor like a little tasty walking steak or something? Or
Gregor is the loudest tasting walkie steak you can think
man.
of. Like, you see Mel Brooks' video? Mel Brooks and Max Brooks' video was fucking perfect. Yeah,
what'd they do?
Hi, everybody. I'm Max Brooks. I'm 47 years old. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm already old as fuck right now. This is my dad. And all of a sudden, there's a glass next to a glass window. All of a sudden, Mel Brooks comes up, knocks on the window. Hello. I am not a high risk to be in trouble because of this virus. My dad, though? Hello. He is.
That is very Brooksian humor.
And if I give this to him, he might give it to Carl Reiner. I could have sworn I don't remember if Mel Brooks said that'd be great actually, because like his whole joke is he hates Carl Reiner, like that because they're best friends or some shit.
Yeah.
So they just say in every interview
they poke fun at each other.
And that's I want to believe that that's the kind of relationship we're gonna have, Nick.
It's been developing, I feel.
Yeah, it's slow. It's gonna be one of those things where you hear something weird I've done, you're gonna be like, yeah, that's Curt.
That's about right.
You're still gonna go to his wedding and be his friend? I mean, yeah.
Why not? I've come this far.
I put the 25 years in, guys.
I just keep going, man. Keep going.
I believe him when he said it wasn't his intention to start a cult, okay? I believe that when he says that.
You know what? Honestly, of anybody, you're the kind of person where a cult literally could just pop up around you without you realizing it.
Yeah, that is. Ah, damn it. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this.
Well, get ready, because here's my little counter story to, like, you mentioned how you had to wait, like, a week to get your phone fixed.
I was sick, so I had to wait there, right?
Yeah. So I was able to get my phone fixed in literally 3 hours when I busted it like a couple days ago. And all of this happened like last weekend before everything started shutting down, before schools started shutting down, before everything. I went to the grocery store, picked up a bunch of perishables. Stores were still stocked with everything. I went out, got my hair cut. I just did all of this over a weekend. And then the very next day, that Monday, everything got slammed. Everything got shut down.
Was it this Monday?
Yes. Everything.
Yeah, that's why I told you on Monday, today was the day that everyone lost their fucking minds.
Everything's gone. Everything, everywhere. Like, god damn. But the fact that I was able to time that out so precisely that I was able to get all this shit done, I got my hair cut, I got everything I needed done, and just all before everything shut down. I don't think the timing could have been any more serendipitous for me in that.
Well, I'm really happy you got all your shit in before this happened. I will point out that Texas will have some issues, but I do know for a fact that Texas also has fuck tons of food resources. So.
Oh yeah, I prepare. This is actually thanks to you, because talking to you made me think, maybe I should prepare for stuff. I have like a month's worth of dry food down there. I have like 3 things of protein powder, just in case things shut down to the point where I can't get fresh food for a little bit. I doubt it would go that far, but hey, if it doesn't and I'm just fine, I have a lot of pasta.
Grocery stores and grocery store CEOs and all the people are saying, here's the thing. We have a lot of, some products are going to be shorthanded. Some products we're not going to run out of. That was code for some shit we ain't going to run out of. Don't worry. And supermarkets are going to stay open as well. I do hope America and Canada adopt the same policy as some of the Nordic countries have, which allow the first hour to 2 hours to be for immunocompromised or elderly shoppers.
Yep. Up in Minnesota, they have a bunch of stores that do that. I talked to my dad last night, and he's been taking advantage of that.
That's awesome. Also, dude, get this shit. Costco, a couple days ago, bought a company. They bought a company for $1 billion, which excels at handling things in a last mile scenario, which is they're going to try and stretch out they're going to try and completely readjust how Costco works to facilitate everybody's demands. Apparently they might not even there's rumors that they might actually just provide menus outside and have people keep a distance, and then they just go get this shit for them.
That's interesting. Like you have shoppers that'll go in for you. That honestly, that makes a lot of sense to keep a bunch of people's hands off all the shit.
That's not dumb. That's fucking smart.
Yeah, I mean, it's why Amazon works really well right now. It's because all you do is you order the stuff you want, and then it gets delivered to you.
Amazon's also completely switched priority as a company. They are not shipping non-essentials anymore. They are completely prioritizing all essentials being sent. I think you were about to say that before I cut you off.
Yep. No worries. We were on the same wavelength there. You just had coffee.
Oh no, Nick, I'm only 1/3 into this coffee, so I can't wait to have more energy when it comes into me.
Yep, there we go. His voice has hit ludicrous speed.
Oh, there it is. The Ouroboros snake's eating itself. There we go.
Yep, that's how it happens. That's how the Taka quiets. Once your voice starts moving too quickly that your brain can't keep up, that's when I have a chance to step in and speak. Up there we go.
It's actually the complete opposite. Once my brain starts running faster than my voice can actually speak. That's the problem
I have.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that's very similar between you and me. And that's, by the way, I can talk about this here real fast. So I was supposed to go on new medication, everybody. Well, that's not happening, because to do that, I got to go to a psychiatrist at Surrey General Memorial. And I will not be going.
So you're not getting into a hospital.
I ain't going to the hospital. That ain't happening. So I was really nervous, actually, for the longest time about just medication in general, because I was running really fucking low. And last time I went to the doctors, I caught a cold. So suffice to say, my hypochondriac nerves were a little bit frayed.
Yeah, not super eager to go back right now.
No one can blame. I know. The best part about this is not even my mom would shame me about that. She understood, and I appreciated that, because my mom usually doesn't give a shit about my anxiety. Oh, I'll just go do it.
That's parents for you, right?
That's my pragmatic parents. That's what the. But not only that. Within this scenario, luckily, my government, God bless it, finally did one thing I agreed with. They're now allowing you to go to your pharmacy and just ask for a re-up without needing a doctor's note. You don't have to go to a doctor and get a doctor's note to get re-upped for your medications.
That's nice.
They got rid of that step, which was smart, because wasn't just me. A lot of people were like, hey, I need my fucking meds, and there's no fucking way I'm going to a goddamn clinic. Yeah. Because that's scary. That's terrifying right now in the current situation, right? So I just waited.
Yeah, you don't have to deal with that. I mean, I got my meds re-upped just the other day. Dude, all I had to do was like call and say, hey, I just need a refill. And they're like, here you go.
My last day of having medication, Nick. My last day of having this medication was, I shit you not, Sunday.
Oh, jeez.
I had no more meds on Monday. So now here's the thing, venlafaxine, the medication I was taking, because I'm very open about taking my meds. I take Wellbutrin and venlafaxine for my depression and anxiety that I deal with.
No, man, if you got a problem, there's no
shame.
Frankly, it's good that you're able to tout out that, sometimes you need that little extra help.
Absolutely. The goal is to switch off this medication, though, because it worked for my current place in my life with my mental health, and now I need to switch to other meds. But you can't just go off meds randomly.
Yeah.
It's not good for your brain, especially Venla. Venla is especially brutal on your system, and I've weaned off Venla. It is. I went off my med for 1 day. Luckily, you need more than 1 day for it to really kick in. And then my mom texted me after the show on Monday that it was possible to go to the doctors and get that. I cried.
Yeah, that's good.
I cried. I was nervous. I thought I was going to go off my meds, and I know how, Nick, you've talked to me when that's happened. You know how bad that is.
I've talked you through some of those.
yeah, so I was happy that I got having here. And by the way, welcome to the Talkcast Podshow, everybody.
Yeah.
This is just us shooting the shit here. We'll talk about positive things. I don't feel bad, guys. My story with meds and everything is the same as hundreds, if not millions of people. You know? It's not a special story.
It is not. It is not a. Nobody should ever feel ashamed that they need, that they might need that little extra help, because you can't control what chemicals are in your brain. I mean,
Hell no.
except for the ones that you put in there yourself. But
that's true. And again, you're based on genetics and upbringing. Sometimes your brain's wired a certain way. Nick, there's a reason, and you know this too. There's a reason why I am 48 weeks sober off alcohol, and that is
congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. I will never drink again, and that sucks because I love it so fucking much.
But I think that's the ultimate problem, is that
yes,
you use the word love for that.
Exactly, and that is not good. I will never drink again, and it's because of its effect that it had on my brain. I have an addictive personality. Being ADHD, I'm very susceptible to addictive behavioral patterns, which is one of the main reasons why I want to get off my meds now. Because these meds I was on helped me out for a while for the big chunk of life I was in. But I do want to switch over to a different brand. I want to switch over to something that helps with my ADHD. Because my therapist says that she believes we've been treating the symptom, not the source.
Yeah.
Which is I find really interesting. And I appreciated that. And that's when I was supposed to go to the hospital, do all that jazz. So I'm like, all right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to keep re-upping my current meds and just...
It's literally like you're taking a mid-season break on your life.
Oh my God, Nick, not only that, it's the breakup, coming out as non-monogamous and polycurious, and then boom, plague.
To be continued.
I'm like, this is the worst season finale. It's like, if this was a show,
Gonna have to
Nick,
hold up for a bit there.
If this was a show, Nick, it had it would have like a somber music as like the text as you realized I've made that decision, made that difficult choice in my life to end things and go this new route, smile on my face as I get the news alert, and then I frown, and then that's how the season ends. That's what fucking happened.
Fade to black, produced by...
Dude, I'm not happy about that.
Yeah.
You gotta laugh.
Hey, when it picks up next season and everything is...
Dude, I hope we can afford some people's contracts, because I heard my actor is really difficult to work with.
Ah, man, he can be.
Yeah, he was even. I heard he was even late for the Talkcast Podshow.
He really was. It was weird. Like, super prima donna. Like, oh, did we talk about it?
I was ready to like give you shit for me being late for this. I was like trying to come up with a good excuse. Well, Nick, you didn't clarify that it was this Wednesday.
You didn't say this Wednesday when you said,
Dude,
"Are you available Wednesday at 1 o'clock your time?"
I was gonna send that message to see how pissed you'd get, to see how much I had to calm you down before the show. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to like see if I could put our friendship through that.
Our friendship could weather that. You know me. It's very hard to piss me off.
I know, but I was wondering, was the possible laugh you get out of it worth the stress? Oh, Breaking Cloud Skillet. Think of the ear sub.
Yeah, what's up, dude? Yeah, also, this is a fresh take. We're actually able to see chat for the first time doing this.
Oh, I know, right? This is nice. So we can actually just chat about this.
Yeah, so, moving on to lighter points of topic, how have you been spending your time? What kind of shit have you been watching or doing throughout the isolation?
Well, I've been doing what a lot of people have been doing. I've been rewatching episode 9 of season 3 of Castlevania ad nauseum, just nonstop, and just wondering what.
Oh no, there's definitely stop points or at least rewind points.
Orange, like, thank you for the sub. I'll say this: I don't want to spoil Castlevania, but there's a character in there that like we're supposed to feel sorry for, but I don't at all.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. He's had a rough life and everything sucked. But how the ego of him thinking his dick is so good someone would betray somebody else. You know, it's just like, fuck you egotistical bastard. You think,
but at the same time,
your dick is so good that they'll betray them. Oh, fuck off.
But at the same time, the dick was still pretty good.
No, oh yeah, she admitted the dick was good, but it was his ego thinking it was good enough to betray everybody. You know, like, I'm sorry, dick ain't that good, man.
It was still pretty good, though. I mean,
the pale moon presence. Thank you for the sub. I gotta say, Nick, I feel like we can't talk about some of these things without spoiling shit.
I mean that's kind of the name of the game, though. I mean, they did an entire episode on Castlevania last week, which I wasn't around for.
Well, that's all I want to say. Like everything else, I mean, everything else was beautifully said. The animation was crazy. The whole season was different. It was all this slow jerk off until a massive climax where they mixed 2 sex scenes with 2 action scenes at the same fucking time.
Man, they went whole hog there. I'm just like, holy shit.
I was like sitting back, I'm like, oh my god, this is so overwhelming. Then I realized what was happening. They were like slowly jerking us off, and then they started going really fast near the end.
Can you imagine
the whole season was like sex, dude.
Yeah, that's one of those coming of age shows where you know, like kind of the first time you watch.
Well, it's a show with a lot of coming, at least.
Yeah, it's the first time you know, when you were younger and you watched that one anime where you weren't expecting it, but all of a sudden, bam, there's titties.
Dude, that was every anime back in the day. You fucking kidding
Well, no,
me?
but I mean like out and about.
Nick,
not just showing them, but.
Here in our childhood would be like the older tomboy girl. She would always show off her tits, and we'd all have crushes on her. Now, in the current generation of anime, it's like a 13-year-old, and you're a criminal.
Pretty much. Mm-hmm. But I'm talking about like, you know, full out, just like naked. Like you don't expect it while watching it. Like you rented it from a Blockbuster or something. It's like, oh, there it is. Oh, what's this feeling?
Okay, so now, here, Nick. I recently made a tweet the other day. I think you might have seen it. It was, of course, I compiled a lot of my anime crushes into a single tweet, and I have some pictures, and I have the names of the characters here.
Okay.
May I go over the 4 with you here?
You may.
While I'm here?
Please do.
We, of course, have Aisha Clan of the Katara
strong
Empire
choice.
from Outlaw Star.
Strong choice. That that resort episode changed me.
Yeah. We got Yoruichi from Bleach. Bleach, topical right now. It's back, baby. But Yoruichi, gotta love Yoruichi. Can't not love Yoruichi.
Yoruichi.
Right? Yoruichi, I'm gonna.
There you go.
Of course, the new hero Muriko from My Hero Academia,
which I have not gotten to yet. She's in the manga, right?
Oh yeah, she's gonna be in the anime real soon here. But yeah, she's also pretty fucking cool. And finally, Erd from Oh My Goddess. And I noticed something. I noticed this. There was this pattern that was forming, and I knew what it was. I'm clearly into girls with long hair. That's what it is.
Long hair is pretty great. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like yeah,
it's exactly what it is.
Long hair is a strong.
Clearly,
motif.
that is what I noticed. So yeah.
Glasses for me. I like glasses. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I feel like this is less of a thing, but thigh highs.
Dude, that's not less of a thing. Come on.
I mean, yeah, but
Nick,
it feels more.
Nick, these are designed to make you want them.
That's fair.
Okay, they are designed to make you want them. I see a lot of people in the chat right now completely get what I was going for. That's good shit.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. How do you feel about One Piece ladies? Because there are two camps with One Piece ladies.
No,
you gotta
grade them on a curve because
they have a lot of them.
You fucking took my joke, you piece of shit.
No, I yes, but by doing that, it made it feel more co-op. So it's like, you know, you add to it.
Yeah, it is. One Piece girls.
Yeah. Because there's one or two things that go on with this. Either you are the type of person that's like, holy shit, that's like the hottest thing I've ever seen, or that looks like an alien, get it away from me. You're one of those two people.
Women, unfortunately, the women look a little bit alienish, and it's like it's gotten to the point where when it first started out and their tits weren't enormous, I was like, all right. But now that their tits, now that Robin's tits are ridiculous and Nami's tits are beyond ridiculous, I can't get into it because they literally look like stick figures with giant tits drawn on them. And I hate saying that because I fucking loved those characters. Mm-hmm. But post time skip, I was like, this is ridiculous. It's a bit much, you know?
I'm not gonna lie. I definitely liked Nami before she was just wearing a bikini the whole time.
Oh my god, it's like, come on, really? I don't get me wrong. I get it. I get why they're doing that.
Oh, absolutely. But I
completely get why they're doing that. But
I like a nice fitted like outfit more than I just like, you know, them hanging out there.
You know what? When they're hanging out there, it's a special event.
It is.
It's a special event, but when it's
when you make that the main outfit, it's like
when it's your day to day, it's like it's trashy.
Do you think it's meant to desensitize it? Because
it is very obvious that God bless him, Oda. God bless Oda. Oda's into boobs.
Oh, absolutely.
It's very
a
clear
man
that he's into
after my own heart.
And I get that, but for the longest time, he managed to keep his kink out of his show. And unfortunately, it looks like that dam has burst, and the kink is flowing ever so full into this anime now. So
Well, I
there you
mean,
go.
he's what, almost 25, coming up on 30 years into this anime or this manga that he's been drawing day after day. Man's got to get his jollies off on it. So
somehow he is almost as thirsty as Helsing's mangaka. Somehow almost as thirsty.
is that even
Wow.
possible?
Dude. Somehow, man. Somehow. But yes, it is an interesting time we live in, Nick. Because I noticed a debate on Twitter, which was like, hey, stop telling people to watch the One Piece anime. That's cruel and unusual punishment.
I don't know if they will ever do it, but if they ever do like One Piece, like a Kai version of One Piece, where it's all trimmed down without any of the filler,
will.
and it's
They will do a Kai One Piece. Are you kidding me?
I mean, it's One Piece is huge money in Japan, so I would not be surprised. But as the show is still ongoing, I don't know.
I mean, it's they're not going to touch that till the show's over, but they're going to go back and just recut it all down. It's going to be
They
bueno.
kind of have to, because there's no way to watch through it anymore. Like, how
There's a fan edit-
maddening would you... Okay, like, 5 years or so ago, Funimation did a thing where they were coming up on the new season to dub it, and they did this, I think, like, a week-long stream of just, like, 24/7 watching One Piece, and it took forever to do, and, like, it just drove people mad doing this stream.
It's so long. And it's not even that it's long. It's long at the same time as they always do the last time on One Piece, the intro, and also this weird stinger that explains the story premise of One Piece that eats up 6 minutes.
And then they have, like, the
of
bit...
a 21-minute show. So you got 15 minutes.
Sometimes
And
less.
And the problem is on Crunchyroll, and God bless their service, there is no marathon feature that cuts off that fucking intro.
Yeah, they don't have that Netflix skip the intro segment.
Oh boy, do they need it for that show! But
They
apparently
really
they
do.
have to
But can you imagine having to sit through every episode of One Piece and finding the spot to cut? Because it's a different part on the timeline everywhere.
I don't care. They're making money. They're making money doing it. I don't give a shit.
I mean, they are, but
Yeah, that's why.
Then you're starting to
If-
lose money by
You know
having
what? This
people
should
do
be.
that shit.
You know what? This should be a punishment for anybody who unironically likes Arrow Manga Sensei. I think it would be an important way we can get work done and also publicly shame people. I think we get everything out of our system. Nick, there's a magical boob milk anime. There's no rules anymore in this world.
I don't know if there's ever been rules. I mean, that is what's been dawning on me as I've been coming into adulthood.
Nick, I asked about the magical boob milk anime, and the first response I got back on Twitter was, which one? And it really... Nick, I don't watch anime anymore because I'm just scared. I'm like scared to walk into something that's a crime scene.
I don't even know. I stick to like 2 shows usually
You got
on
2?
Crunchyroll. Yeah, no, not.
Dude,
I'm not talking about boob milk. I'm talking about just straight up.
How many
like,
boob milk anime? I mean, Nick, I figured
which one's your favorite?
Nick, my favorite anime right now was Kingdom on Netflix. Actually, it is, of course, it is a Korean TV show. It is, however, made by the man who made Train to Busan.
Oh, interesting.
Oh yeah, I'm doing my eyebrow bob. It is a medieval infected story.
Huh.
Ooh, I know, right?
Yeah,
I know, right?
Yeah, because I see that like advertised to me a bunch. I have not
Nick, watch
seen it yet. Is
Nick,
it good?
Watch it. It's fucking good.
Okay.
It's so fucking good. Nick, I'm telling you right now, it's better than The Walking Dead. Better than season 1 is so much better than the first.
That's not hard to believe.
Let me clarify this. It's better than The Walking Dead manga.
Oh, you mean comic book? Comic book.
Yeah,
It's a comic book.
It's more engaging than the comic book.
Graphic novel.
Here's the Kingdom. Kingdom was based on a fucking webcomic. No shit.
Really?
And it's made by the guy who made Train to Busan. He's perfect to do this because they did not welch on any production value. They did not welch on any of it. It has so much production value. And it is imperative because it's a period piece zombie flick. That is 2 levels like costuming. I know, right? A period. Not often you do that, but I will say this, dude. It's not zombies. It's infected.
All right, I'll have to give that a watch because I mean I've already watched through Altered Carbon, so it's like, what else am I gonna watch?
Altered Carbon Season 2 was good. I liked it.
I enjoyed it. Did you like Falcon as the guy this season?
Yeah. Yeah, I felt like, I do feel like all three of the actors who play that character have been consistent enough that it's not thrown me off.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say about those three actors. It's all three of them. They all have their different way of acting, but all three of them kind of conveyed the same character. I felt, at least.
Yeah. I loved the first season of Altered Carbon. Honestly, the only thing that hurt the second season to me is the fact that it took, 3 years to get one?
Yeah, that kind of hurt it. So, anyways, what were we gonna say though? We keep cutting each other off here.
Oh, that's fine. I'm cool chatting about Altered Carbon for a little bit here.
Altered Carbon was really good. I mean, the truth is they had to make one big change from that show.
Yeah.
In the book, this isn't a spoiler. In the books themselves,
in the manga,
in the light novel,
yeah.
in the light novel of Altered Carbon, it's not Edgar Allan Poe as the AI. Mm-hmm. That is a complete change for the TV show. In the manga, no shit. It is a fantastic icon of American history. It is Bob Marley, man. Bob Marley was supposed to have that. Yeah.
With the attitude of the world and a lot of the characters that you see kind of wandering about, I could see why it would be Bob Marley, but Edgar Allan Poe it fits so well.
A complete antithesis of everything that the future is. He's laid back and chill. Now, Poe is public domain, so they decided to rewrite the character entirely, make it Edgar Allan Poe. And guess what? Sorry, Jimi Hendrix. Oh my God, not Bob Marley. Oh my
Jimi
fuck.
Hendrix. All right. Well, it's same era, same genre-ish. Whatever.
I'm so sorry.
Easy to cover.
I've never been a super fan of that genre. I do apologize for making that mistake. Bob Marley. Jesus Christ, Curt. Come on.
Don't worry. Be happy.
No, Nick. This is going to be posted publicly. Everyone's going to be like, hey, wait a minute.
Somebody got it.
Talk did a racism.
I don't even think that's really a racism. Either way, it is a solid future noir. Like I love Altered Carbon.
Oh, it's a detective noir. Right? Like you said?
Well, a future noir, like cyberpunk noir.
Oh God, that's really what it is, ain't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely what it is. It's because I don't know, like it's each one has, or each season has had like a really good mystery, and it very much goes back to those 1940s noir films or novella like the Maltese Falcon and everything like that, and it is a really solid detective drama.
Absolutely. First season, it has moments where you can tell they're padding out the book. Season 2 has a lot less of that, I noticed. But when I noticed it in season 2, oh God, it wasn't glaring.
You read the books, right?
No, I did not read the books.
Oh, but you just know of them?
I know of them, yeah. I own the first book. I never got around to reading it because the show came out before it came out.
Well, there you go.
Book. So I'm like, well, shit, here we go.
I'll figure it out. That's the way I was with Game of Thrones, and now I'm sad. Sad boy.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you, that's what happens when, man, those guys were just writing the book plot and everyone thought they were geniuses. The first chance they get to walk it on their own, they fucking just, literally hold the ball.
I want that zombie polar bear. God damn it.
You joke, but I wouldn't put it past me for the anime to use that in the book. Be like, why the fuck not? Use everything you got, guys. You can just resurrect the dead. Doesn't matter what it is.
It's just as soon as they got out on their own, like
imagine what things that the creatures of the north could do. They could resurrect what the buck.
Nothing can resurrect what the buck.
Ah, boom! I have nothing against that man. It's just he's like the only old tuber I could think of.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think back. It's like Fred. Smosh is not a thing anymore, right?
This is ADHD on coffee, everybody. By the way.
Oh, absolutely.
Nick, you holding on?
I'm hanging in here. Like honestly, you start going off on a trail. I'm like, oh, pull the line's taut. Gotta go.
Whoop! All right, fight.
We're going somewhere now.
Give him some line. Give him some line so it doesn't break.
It's a lot of hurry up and go with you. Like that's how conversations tend to be.
And then nothing, please.
And then just stop for a bit,
Just
please.
absolute
please.
silence for a while.
But yeah, I don't know. I've just been killing a lot of time just trying to, like, the worst part is that we're still in the middle of this gaming drought and it's not ending for another couple days until we get, like, Doom and Animal Crossing on the same day.
Man, Animal Crossing about to get Game of the Century, by the way.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
which camp are you in, by the way? Are you Doom or are you Animal Crossing?
I'm Doom, baby. I'm Doom. I already got my Zen game. I don't need Animal Crossing.
You got City Skylines.
I got City Skylines. Already got my drug of choice. I found what I need to be injected into me. I, for one, I'm going to be playing Doom because that was one of the first games I beat in a long-ass time. I could not put that goddamn game down. I couldn't. I beat it and went like, I just beat Doom. What the fuck?
Yeah, it was relatively short, too. The ending just kind of came out of nowhere for that first one, right?
First Doom? You know what? I felt the game was coming. It's because the boss fights were getting so difficult. I'm like, I got to be near the end here.
But there were only 3 of them.
Yeah, but that last boss fight was like, we going back to hell multiple times. I'm like, okay, this got to be wrapping up here soon too.
Yeah.
Because I noticed I had all the weapons. You know, I noticed I had all the weapons. I'm like, all right, that's code for near the end here. So I thought it was a fantastic game. I thought Doom was one of the best remakes I think ever. They kind of just hit the reset button and
did it very well.
Oh,
Honestly, this will be Bethesda's chance to earn a bit of money back and a bit of good faith back.
No, I want id Software to get their money back after what happened to Rage 2.
Oh, God. I
feel bad for that company. You know, because I want to like Rage out of principle, but it's so clearly an online game with no online. So, I don't know.
It's weird. It felt like it wanted to do what Far Cry 4
Nick?
or Far Cry 5, whatever the hell the last one, Dawn of whatever the fuck.
Nick, we got to stop here because something was just told to me in the chat.
Oh, what was told to you?
Taffy Lackey just said Mountain Blade Bannerlord at the end of the month. Are you telling me
shit.
Mountain Blade is coming out? The new Mountain Blade is finally coming out?
I knew that Mountain Blade, that is the combination action strategy game, right?
Yes, Mountain Blade Warband. There's no game quite like it.
March
31st, 2020.
I tried playing it. I could never quite get into it.
There is a learning curve. There's a steep learning curve, and it is also, man, that game's indie as fuck. I gotta go see. I'm gonna tell you what, Nick. I'm gonna go to my research center and to find out when it's coming out here. Mountain Blade.
I see March 31st, 2020 in chat here.
Oh my god. Yeah, dude.
I heard word about that like a few weeks back or so.
It looks so good too. It's just all, oh god, it looks so good now. They just took the game and probably just went, all right guys, let's just shine it up real nice.
Just make it look real pretty.
Yeah, and that's what all we wanted. But yes, that is on my wish list. I cannot wait to dig my dirty little claws into Mountain Blade.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here waiting on Doom. I'm probably gonna end up picking up Animal Crossing as well, but you know, I'll be playing some Doom. I'm waiting on Resi 3, the Resi 3 make.
Yeah, when is that coming out?
That's coming out, I think, fairly early on next month or tail end of this month. I can't quite remember. All I know is it's coming out soon, April, I think. And then fucking Final Fantasy coming out in the same month, so.
Okay, we'll have plenty of time to play these games all right now, too.
Oh, shit. According to Jikato, the RE3 demo comes out tomorrow.
Oh, Nick, I guess I know what you're playing.
I'm gonna be playing it out a little bit, definitely. Definitely gotta give it a shot. I mean, did you play the Resident Evil 2 remake?
No, I'm not. Here's the
thing. I know
thing.
your sister's really into it.
Oh, my sister's wild into that game. Like, I beat Resident Evil 4, and I went, okay, I'm good now. I'm good. I beat a Resident Evil game. I'm done.
Yeah, you're not much of a survival horror guy.
I'm not the. You know what? The sad thing is, if I did it. Yeah, the sad thing is, if I did it, oh god, my stream would be so watched. But I just don't like playing them so badly. I played Dead Space, and the only reason I was able to play that game, I'm going to finish 3, don't worry. The only reason I was able to play that game is simply because I could shoot shit in the face.
I mean, you can do that in Resi as well. In fact,
you gotta be careful with your gun bullets.
Well, same with Dead Space. I mean, in the first one, you don't have nearly as much ammo as you do in the second one.
Nick, I'm just gonna come up with excuses why I never want to go back to feeling nervous again, okay? Nick, if I wanted to go live Resident Evil, I step outside. I live 2 blocks from a hospital.
Oh, there you go.
You know this.
I do.
And not only that, Nick, you know what else I live 2 blocks from?
Oh God,
a second hospital. I'm in between.
You're within 2 blocks of 2 hospitals?
Yes, I am, Nick. Remember that long-term care hospital? And then there's the emergency one, and every night I hear sirens.
I've walked to your place from my hotel, which apparently is one of those places that they shot a lot of Altered Carbon.
All of Altered Carbon. Every exterior shot in Altered Carbon was shot
Just right outside that hotel
room.
room.
It was shot exactly where you were waiting for me to pick you up every morning.
Which is amazingly surreal.
Dude, did you go back and rewatch those scenes?
I did. I'm like, oh shit, that is that library.
It's fucking weird. Spazwaza! Oh shit, we got a Spazwaza!
Spazwaza with 34 months.
It's a Spazwaza there, Nick. We call him Spazwazas here.
Good old Spazwaza.
Chazwazas. We're doing this, the Bart Simpson versus Australia.
Oh man. I don't know though. Like it
Have we
feels
lost
like
or increased viewers with this manic episode happening right now?
a slight increase.
There we go. It's good to know that my sheer madness is a
word has
watchable
spread.
spectacle. It's a watchable spectacle.
Watchable spectacles are the best kind of spectacles, especially when you're streaming, I suppose.
That's true. Are you ready, Nick? However, for Eric Andre Mania?
Oh God! Like WrestleMania at the Performance Center. Did you ever think that would happen?
Did you see the clips?
I did. Stone Cold just what? Just an empty arena.
Can you play the audio? Just play the audio for them.
God, let me
just
see.
imagine it's an arena with nobody in it, folks. Except for one guy on commentary and Stone Cold fucking Steve Austin.
Stone Cold Steve. Like I never thought we would see a day where WrestleMania would be held in an empty stadium.
It ain't a stadium, Nick. It's a room. That's just got four rows of seats at best.
I'm surprised we haven't been seeing all the reminder clips of. Do you remember the Super Bowl halftime show where it was, I think, The Rock and Mick Foley fighting in an empty arena or something like that?
You know what? Yeah, they did that. You know what they're doing right now? Last week on Raw, they played, I believe, the Women's Elimination Chamber. No, they played the Men's Royal Rumble.
Yeah, they've
on
been
Raw.
They've been
SmackDown. They played the SmackDown. They played the SmackDown Elimination Tag Team Chamber, and they're just playing whole hog giant super matches now. Essentially, they're just gonna take the most recent matches and put them on television. Which I'm gonna be honest with you, probably is gonna do better than whatever the fuck else they had programmed.
It's very possible. I mean, like,
imagine. I mean, you didn't watch that Royal Rumble, but that Royal Rumble was legit fun to watch.
I heard. I unsubscribed to the network. God, I can't remember. Sometime last year. I don't know. I haven't been enjoying what WWE's been putting out lately, and I almost got intrigued when I heard what they were doing with Bray Wyatt and The Fiend, but then they just fed him to Goldberg, and now I'm just sad again.
See, the problem is they put and even I'm partially to blame for this. I thought they should have made Bray Wyatt the champ immediately because I realized there was nothing else hotter in the company, but I realized that was a mistake and they needed to do a slow dread build with him and have him take out mid-carders first. Have him just take him out really quickly and just have Seth get constantly worried about this shit and have his heel turn be a bit more slow. But it's fine. Whatever you're going to do, right? I
mean, it's one of those things where you kind of have to strike while the iron is hot, because the biggest problem I feel like the WWE has right now is that they spend so much of their time living in like this land of nostalgia that they are consistently burying up-and-coming talent that could be doing amazing for them.
Like, Bray's character luckily can take a loss to Goldberg and doesn't lose anything from the character.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't lose anything, but like, that doesn't change the fact that other people just lost to these guys who can't fucking go anymore.
Yeah, Goldberg can't even do a 5-minute match.
No, he can't. He gets gassed immediately, because why? He's over 50 years old! And look at him!
I mean,
he's focused entirely on how he looks. Like, he wants to look like Goldberg of old. So the point is, he focused entirely on strength, not on conditioning. Like, he's so focused on his look that he has no cardio whatsoever. Because if he did cardio, he'd lose all that weight. Because his body will not let him keep that weight. Yeah, Goldberg can't even do his fucking finisher. It's whatever. I'm gonna rant forever about wrestling unless we change the subject.
Oh, no, I'm honestly, you have a lot to say about wrestling. I
love it. I love it and hate it at the same time. I love it for what it is. I love wrestling because of its simplicity in its storytelling.
It is theater in its most basic form.
But here's the thing. You got to think about it this way, Nick. It's like, you got to think of it like a funnel. Mm-hmm. You know, like the funnels that we used, like for like gas or anything else, like just to make sure everything gets in the hole. the reason why I see wrestling like a funnel is no matter what wrestling is about, it will always funnel down to one point: a match in the ring.
Yep.
It's always going to end up with that. Now, the stipulations of that match can change entirely, but in the end, it always funnels down to that. So the wider you make that funnel, the more interesting you can make the story. And one of the reasons why I like AEW, the rival company right now, is that they are just trying out shit. It is interesting because it seems to me they are not going to creatively... it is filled with people who would not creatively compromise their own individual wrestling characters. And for that reason, there's a lot of unique wrestling characters now in AEW. If AEW was smart, they'd have Orange Cassidy lead the lead the wash your hands movement by just keeping his hands in his pockets the entire time.
That'd be fucking amazing.
See, that's me. They got Jake Roberts, Nick. Jake the Snake fucking Roberts showed up and cut the best promo, one of the best promos of his career.
I did see that.
Dude,
I think you
wasn't
showed
it
it to me,
good?
actually, yeah.
Yeah, it was. I still... Oh, and we got Grok on 12. Thank you so much for the sub.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I feel like AEW is like CD Projekt Red to WWE's EA, you know?
Yes. Now here's the thing: AEW's made a lot of fucking mistakes. They've run some characters. They push shit that fell flat on its fucking face immediately.
But you never know what's going to connect.
Exactly. But the difference between AEW and WWE is they'll stop pushing shit that's not connecting.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that didn't work. Let's move on to this. Hey, they're biting on that one.
And I think they've made I hope that they've let all their talent know that too. Like talent, like you can do whatever you want for your gimmick, guys, but if it doesn't get over, you can't blame us. Mm-hmm. You know, it ain't our fault that it ain't working. Like they try. Like for example, there are a couple examples like the Nightmare Collective that fell flat on its fucking face. The original Dark Order run that fell flat on its face. Now, and another thing that fell flat on its face, and this is unfortunate, is the Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger. His character in AEW fell flat on its fucking face. He had his whole idea for what he wanted to do, and it did not get the reaction he wanted, so now they're retweaking it. So, you know.
And the unfortunate thing that they have is AEW doesn't really have a developmental league. Like, if something isn't working in WWE and they just give up on it, they can shoot somebody over to NXT. Like, I feel like Ricochet is going to be shot back to NXT with how they've been treating him. Because he should be shot out of the cannon away from that company. Yeah, he has been so wasted. Because you got me into Lucha Underground, and he was amazing in that.
You saw him as Prince Puma. Him as Prince Puma, the silent protagonist, and he was fucking amazing.
He was incredible. And then he was doing really good in the Fed, but then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's like, nah, just feed him to everybody.
He is one of the perfect examples of a smile. I'm achieving my dream. I just love being here. I fucking hate that wrestling character. I could fucking care less that you've achieved your dream and you're making it there.
It worked for Daniel Bryan, but that's because he earned it.
Daniel Bryan had that character. I don't care about everybody else. I'm living my dream, though. Oh, wow. Touring the world. Don't care. I could care less. Oh, gosh, golly. Oh, gee. I could give a shit less about that shit. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. It's cool. Congrats. You're clearly talented enough to get this job. Now make me care.
Got Steve Keogh asking if you've heard of Ring Rust Radio. Is that a podcast? Okay.
No, I've never heard of it.
Oh, thank you for the 200 biddies, though, dude. But I don't know. Like, back in the day, you and I assume we both got into wrestling around the same time, the Attitude Era, right? Or were you in it before that? Because back then, it was a very, very, very simple story. It was the underdog badass versus the man. You know, the blue-collar worker versus his boss. And that was a very easy story to tell back in the late 90s. Where, because what red-blooded American man that was a consistent wrestling fan didn't want to go to work someday and just give a stunner to their fucking boss, chug a beer, and throw it down.
Stone Cold's blue-collar porn run was great. Like, everyone just loved everything about that. And that worked.
Do you think he sits down sometimes realizing that he delivered a Stone Cold stunner to the leader of the free world?
Oh, yeah, he totally thinks about that and goes like, I should have hit him harder.
Just fucking
I should have really
drive it in.
Here's the thing. Stone Cold lets go. Like, he grabs on, then he lets go halfway through the fall.
Mm-hmm, so that they don't get injured.
So they just, like, exactly. So he doesn't hold them in place. They can rest their head on his shoulder and just let the last second fly up. He probably, like, the thing is, he let go really early with Trump, and Trump kind of rolled to the side, so he didn't get hit.
Taker of the worst stunner in history.
No, that would be the first.
The first McMahon one?
The first McMahon one. That was bad because I don't think McMahon knew how to take that. It just looked nasty. Because McMahon, like, rolled into it, and it looked funny. It looked funny. It looked funny. Now everyone had the proper way to sell one, which the King, by the way, there are two
The Rock. The Rock is the best stunner seller.
No. There are a couple of good sells. I'm going to go Rock is king because he took the most of them. Mm-hmm. The Rock,
he learned.
Might be, he learned, and he also would always add a flip and a roll into it. Always made it look amazing. But not only that, we would be remiss not to give a quick shout out to one of my favorite sells of the stunner, and that would be at WrestleMania 18 with the Bad Man.
Hey, yo, Chico.
Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, taking that stunner from Stone Cold Steve Austin and flying into the air. And this is a weird one, a little bit obscure, but when they were doing the Condemned movie push.
Oh, yeah.
And when the whole
Stone
gimmick,
Cold's Battle Royale movie.
Yes, Stone Cold's PUBG.
Yes, Stone Cold's Fortnite.
Stone Cold PUBG. Stone Cold. Just imagine Stone Cold flossing, and it's like I'd watch that.
Just put his face over it. That's the bottom line.
They were doing this push, so their whole thing was Stone Cold didn't actually want to be on the show every week to push this, so they used Santino Marella. God bless him.
Oh yes.
And he would just come out and shit on the Condemned. It's a bad movie, and no one wants to watch it. Like he would
I mean, he was being honest.
Yeah, he was. It was actually odd. Then he came out, and then like Stone Cold handed him a DVD of it. Yeah, it's really way back there, folks.
Yup.
And then Santino just dropped it and stepped on it, and then Stone Cold Stunner. And then he got a Stone Cold Stunner. But it's important to know that when he was stunned mid-air flying back, he added a salute.
He did the salute, just woo.
And it was like something straight out of like Hanna-Barbera. And I was like, I will never not love that he put you think of that, I'm going to salute halfway through this stunner.
Santino was an amazing cartoon character of a gimmick. I mean, he was never at the top of the card. He could have been at certain points. Like,
you will always remember. You got to remember that Elimination Chamber. You can't forget the Elimination Chamber. It was down to Daniel Bryan and him, and the crowd was like, "Shut the fuck up! Santino might win this."
Or the that same year's Royal Rumble, where it was where he came out at the end. It's just like it's him, and I think it was like Roman Reigns or something. And people were like, Santino.
It was him and you know who it was?
Who was it? Because it was somebody nobody wanted to win.
Del Rio. It was
that's right.
The crowd was so pissed off, and he stood up. Not only that, he slid in because he got knocked out halfway through the match. He got up, did the whole dizzy thing, looking around, what's happening. The crowd's losing their fucking mind.
Santino's going to the main event of WrestleMania. No, he wasn't.
He's looking left and right. The crowd's looking, shut the fuck up. No way, because everyone would be okay with that scenario.
Yeah, nobody wanted Del Rio to win.
Exactly. If Santino won, like, well, that doesn't make sense. What Santino winning? Yeah, then you have an underdog going for it. That'd be fucking great, and that really makes the Royal Rumble the most what-if match. I don't know.
It's.
By the way, guys, I think it's obvious that I'm a wrestling fan. So
yeah, we talked about that. I mean, like it's. I don't know. Like we said, it's theater in its most basic form. It is.
You boiled it down. Good versus evil. Who's the best? You betrayed me. It's just simple Greek tragedies.
Mm-hmm. Very simple. I mean, that's why that entire South Park episode is what it is, you know?
I honestly love that episode because it's like oddly respectful to wrestling.
Yeah, I guess the coach,
that's not
real wrestling.
They're not making fun of it. They're not making fun of wrestling. They're just pointing out what it actually is.
It's a stage show.
Yeah. It's exactly what it is, which is why I love that McMahon was in the skybox with little goggles.
With the glasses holding up the...
I'm looking forward to this.
I can't wait to see what happens in the 5th act.
It's what it is, though. It's what it is.
It is... Ah, man.
I just love all the rednecks with wine glasses. Can't wait for this bout.
Yup. I love that some people have pointed out every now and again, I get messaged again on Twitter, but we are immortalized on the WWE Network for being on WrestleMania WrestleMania moment.
It still cuts to us, right?
Yup.
That's so good.
Just us holding up the TeamFourStar sign.
Man, it is wild to think that I am in more WrestleManias than Nick Aldis. It's just really wild to think.
God.
Fuck you, Nick Aldis, in your tiny head. What are you gonna do, Nick Aldis? hold up a company for more money so you can buy more suits to make your head look even tinier. You look like one of the bad guys from the live-action Mario movie.
I'm not unconvinced because, like, the New Day were coming out as Saiyans. Like, they were dressed up as, like, you know, they had Saiyan gear on. And the camera cut immediately to us as they take the stage. It's almost like whoever was in charge was like, oh, let's look up Dragon Ball stuff. Oh, hey, that symbol shows up. Oh, shit, there it is!
Someone was clearly in charge of looking up for anything that's even remotely related to their entrance.
Apparently.
That's what they were in charge of, and we had the TFS logo, and that technically matched it. So there we go, boom diata, in the middle of the New Day's Dragon Ball Z entrance, it cuts to TeamFourStar in the audience with our sign up in the air. And you know what,
in the
Nick?
middle of WrestleMania 32.
I would trade it all in, Nick, for one thing.
What would that be?
The Yee sign being held up by all of us, which never happened.
We had those. That was so sad.
I'm so mad. For those who don't know, at WrestleMania in Dallas, at the time, God bless him, Curtis Axel, Mr. Perfect's son, had a gimmick where he would go Yee, just like do a chop, and he'd call it his Yee moment. He would just do a Yee, and then they would all jump around doing Yee in unison, and it was fucking hilarious.
But all he was in was, I think, like the Andre
he was in the
Giant
Battle Royale.
Memorial Battle.
He was in the Andre the
Royal.
Giant. So what he did his Yee bit, though, and we all held up the Yee signs, didn't cut to us. So I want you to know right now that they weren't looking for anything related to Curtis Axel in the audience.
Somehow, they were not. That was a rough, like, it's the only Mania I've been to. But man, do you remember, like, the bullshit that we had trying to get in? Like, the ticketing system went down?
Dude, I'm imagining trying to do that right now, and there being a pandemic happening at the same time.
Oh my god.
You're right!
I mean, that's why WrestleMania is being held in the Performance Center this year, so.
If you're ready for WrestleMania, give me a hell yeah!
I'm tempted to, get the network again just to see this, because it
is going to be a wild fucking ride, dude. I don't fully know what it's going to be like. Because here's the thing, someone pointed out, they could talk when they're wrestling their matches now, right? I'm like, shit, they totally could talk with each other and have anime conversations. You tell me right now, in the middle of John Cena versus The Fiend, they just stop, and Cena's like...
chat.
And Fiend goes like, and just have Fiend doing that whole thing where he's like, Brave doing that whole thing where he's kind of doing that catwalk thing. Where he's kind of doing the
crab walk.
Grudge. What do they call the horror walk?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just a crab walk, where you like
he's doing the crab. He's doing like the upside down arch your back crab walk. Imagine him just going, "What's wrong, John? Are you afraid?"
And with the Fiend shit, it could be pre-recorded too.
Oh God, they should pre-record this entire fucking show.
I mean, at this point, they could.
They could.
Nobody would know the difference.
And imagine just the camera really close to Bray as he's crawling towards John. What's wrong, John? Are you afraid? As he's like crab walking, Exorcist style, towards him.
I watched the Beyond the Mat documentary again because it's still on Netflix, and I was bored and have nothing to do. So Vince McMahon mentioned, like, we don't make, we don't do wrestling here. We make movies. I'm like, why don't, like, take advantage of this and actually do a pre-produced Raw where you can do, or a pre-produced WrestleMania where you can do whatever you want with as many takes as you need.
Exactly. They could actually make something pretty fucking unique and an unforgettable WrestleMania, even though it's like, you know what it is? It's the direct-to-DVD WrestleMania. There's no audience. It really does feel like something like that, but they can actually have the opportunity to do that because at this time period, there are limitations, and I firmly believe limitations don't have to limit what you're doing. They just focus what you should do.
I mean, like Larry says there, they could just become Ultimate Muscle.
Yeah, they could if they wanted to. Right the fuck now. They could. They honestly should. Gregor, don't beg to be up. And then when you get up, beg to be down. It
is their best chance to really reinvent their fucking brand or just do something new and unique.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. They're at least not they're not postponing WrestleMania. They're going to put it there. The show must go on, and they're going to do it because some people are like, "Oh, they're going to push it down, kick it down the road." I'm like, "Well, not really. They're going to get this over with and continue on with the regular year."
Keep going,
I think after this,
they have plans.
More or less, but they're just going to have to change how it's filmed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It'll be very interesting to see how all of it shakes out, though. Like,
Do you think he'll have Bray stop doing the mandible claw as a finisher? Fuck no.
the mandible claw,
Mick Foley straight up gave it to him. Like
the
Mick
mandible
Foley,
claw is a great finisher. I love the mandible claw.
Yeah, mandible claw is great. It's great that it's back, and it's being given to the Fiend is perfect. It's a perfect move for him, and he actually Bray straight up to Mick Foley and asked, "Can I use the mandible claw as my finisher for this new character I'm working on?" And I think Mick's deal was, "Okay, but you got to apply it to me first."
It's such a vicious move.
Also, Mick Foley, what a giving guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, if it's revealed that he has a secret sex if he has a sex dungeon, I'm gonna be sad.
He's a great dude. Why would you be mad? Why would you be mad at him? You know he has Sako hanging on the wall down there.
I know. It's like I'm like, oh, I really like this creative performer. Then you find out the veneer of humanity that lurks beneath the surface. You're like, ah, damn it. Oh well, still like their work.
That's the thing I feel. I feel like you can like somebody's work and still dislike them as a person.
And as they make future work, you're like, all right.
Yeah, but grain of salt.
Well, it's like you got to grade everything on a curve, right? I at least that's how I feel. I feel like you always got to factor in time, how long it's been, and what they did that was so bad.
Yeah.
And if it's bad now and not bad then, yeah, it's another one. You got to grade this shit on a curve. You got to be taking all the information, but.
That's a whole other ball of wax.
That's a whole giant string of things you gotta like pull on, but that's for more intelligent people to talk about.
Yeah, that's for society to decide, and unfortunately, society isn't great at deciding things like that.
Oh, but Nick, we live in one.
Oh, we do, and right now, nobody's out in it except the people who want to make it worse.
Oh God, Nick, I'm hearing shit outside.
Oh no, there are people,
dude. People just.
So I take my dog on, walks daily. Like just take him outside, let him be happy. There's a pair of dogs on my street that are always outside. I went out for a walk just yesterday morning, and they weren't there. It was eerie. I'm just like, I don't know what's going on, man. Like it was. It's like everything is shut down. Everything.
It should. And the thing is, this is what's important. Like, this is, I'll have to make a comparison. But for lack of one there to be, it is imperative that when I make this comparison, know that I am not comparing the full situations. I'm comparing at least the societal effects as we see them so far. The best one to base this off of is the Spanish flu in 1918. It's the best.
It's the most common thing that's been popping up.
It also has the most common similarities. Mm-hmm. Now, at that time period, if this is going to alleviate any anxiety, at that time period, they did not have all the medical equipment, all the medical know-how, and especially the ability to communicate that we have today.
Yeah.
We all have that. I have seen on my Twitter feed, while I have seen some bad stories, people being dicks to each other, I have seen so much genuine human kindness and compassion for one another. I have seen people like, hey, I have extra resources. Anyone need any? Here where I'm at. I actually, I gave, for example, I bought that box of masks. I gave a bunch of them away the second I got it. Nice. I gave them to a couple friends who live in a more highly dense area than even I live in. Because in the end, you're kind of all in this together. And I've seen a lot of people on a collective level come together, go like, all right, this next couple months, society is just different. So let's get through it the best we can. And it's been really great to see the genuine kindness of humans being used through this communication thing that for the longest time has been used for such vitriol. There's so much vitriol on Twitter, on any service. And in this scenario, I'm seeing that almost be switched by such kindness. And I know there's a lot of bad shit out there too. But just from what I've seen, I've been seeing a lot of people try and help out each other. And that is...
It's heartwarming.
Thank God. You gotta go with what our boy Mr. Rogers once said. Look for the helpers. And I'm seeing a lot of people help. And,
I always feel like it's a very healthy thing to try to live your life, be the person that Mr. Rogers knows you can be.
Ooh. I know it's a good quote. Glad that you repeat it. That's a really good... But no.
Yeah, I guess if we wanted to leave off on anything, it would be that.
Let's keep going, Nick. Why stop? Everyone's scared.
Everybody's scared, but that's why you gotta be nice. You gotta be good to everybody. You gotta be kind in times like this. Be good people. Stay safe. Be healthy.
Don't worry. Be happy.
And if there's any better note to go out on. I couldn't possibly think of it. So yeah,
Ooh,
thanks for.
Can I shill myself now?
Oh, absolutely. Let's shill the hell out of ourselves. Where can they find you?
Hi,
Twitch.tv/Takahata101.
Twitch.tv/Takahata101. Now, we're rolling out a new kind of weekly schedule, which already is going to be kind of upended a little bit by all the changes that are happening in the world now. Like you do. D&D The Unexpectables is set to go on tonight here at 7 o'clock PST over at twitch.tv/Takahata101. Unfortunately, a lot of D&D campaigns are being canceled temporarily, but ours, luckily, started by being remotely recorded, so nothing has changed.
Yeah, kind of like Roll With Me, which I host over on my channel, twitch.tv/Lanipator every Monday.
Absolutely.
You're in that as well.
And that'll be at 7 o'clock PST today. Now, tomorrow, Nick, I got a special show I got going on
what
tomorrow.
you got? Because we've been talking about wrestling this whole time.
Yeah,
so
I think I would love if you could join me, but if you're busy, I understand.
I got a few things going on, but let me know what time you got this going on.
3 o'clock PST, 3 o'clock PST till about 9 or 10 o'clock.
Ooh, I might be able to join you for some of that.
Yeah, you'd like to join me for some of that because we're going to be running Multiverse Nexus Wrestling.
Which is your WWE 2K19...
Federation, where everyone makes their own wrestling personas and uploads them, and we throw them in plots together. We throw them in matches against each other. We have AI joust against each other, and sometimes we even film the matches ourselves, so you don't quite know what's going to happen, and things might happen in a way that you might not normally see, but we've been doing this now for over a year. We have championships, we have titles, we have all these fun different RPG elements that we've introduced as well. We have a Discord where people role play and as well record their own promos, and we'll play promos for their wrestlers live on stream. And we do that every Thursday. Yeah, I know, right, dude? It's a lot of fun. We do that every Thursday, but this week, due to the circumstances happening in the world, I have decided to do a longer show. So, folks, if you've never seen that before, please head over to twitch.tv/Takahata101. That is where I do that.
And that digital arena is never empty.
It never... Yeah, I was tempted to turn off the crowd.
That'd be hysterical.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to make people even more nervous.
I mean, there's a difference between being nervous and just being tongue-in-cheek about it, you know?
It is a lot of freaking fun. I love doing it, and it will be starting at 3 o'clock PST tomorrow at twitch.tv/Takahata101. And throughout the week, at night, late, right before bed, and sometimes during the middle of the day, I will be doing my ASMR radio streams, I play city skylines, and I talk like this the entire time, and we talk about everything worrying us. And that's over at twitch.tv/Takahata101.
All right.
To all those in the YouTube comments. Yo, what's going on, good guys? What's good?
Everybody doing good out there? Yeah, I hope you're all doing
good
great.
down there? You guys doing okay down there?
Yeah, and you, of course, can find me here streaming weekly on the Talkcast Podshow. Twitch.tv/StreamFourStar, and you can find me over on my channel, Twitch.tv/Lanipator. I stream a lot of various what's-its whenever I feel like it. Mondays, Roll With Me. Fridays, we play Final Fantasy XIV with the Guild and the Burning Youth of Eorzea.
Hell yeah.
This has been the Talkcast Podshow. I hope you're all staying safe out there. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you guys next time.
Nick, I'll end you with one what if scenario, Nick.
What's that?
Imagine if South Park was airing right now.
Oh my God.
Here's what would happen. Randy Marsh wouldn't prep for anything and then realize he needed to. Shelly! Get the car, Shelly!